push the car?
Yeah, just car. Put your right hand on the throttle. The reason I do that, say you crank it up and the engine starts going wide open, you yank the throttle out.
So we're going all the way to start right now.
All the way to start right now.
just want to go ahead and get in the air. We'll check our weather. it's ATIS, and sometimes they call it AWAS. It's hard to see, but it's already dialed in right there, 13432.
Yeah.
This is comp 2, so we got to receive on comp 2.
Altimeter 3019er. Remarks. Density altitude 300.
That's activate.
Shelby County Airport, Alabaster, Alabama. Automated weather observation 1742 Zulu. Wind 300 at 08. Peak gusts 19er. Visibility 10.
565
High
feet.
condition clear.
That's the field elevation here.
14 Celsius. Dew point minus 03 Celsius.
Watch this.
Altimeter 3019er.
2019, is that
Density
close?
altitude 300.
Good. Alright, so wind's out of the north, so we're going to use the north runway. We're going to do a radio test. That's next on the checklist. The CTAP here is 1227. Get that out of the way. I don't want that vibrating the whole time. Alright, so what I want to do here, I want to say Shelby Unicomp, that's them in there. Then I want to say who we are, 80700, then what we want a radio check. Shelby Unicomp, 80700 radio test. Could you hear me talk? Okay, as long as you can hear me. Sometimes you can't. Sometimes you can't. 700, thank you very much. Okay, taxi light as required. If it's at night, we'd turn it on. Brakes test, we'll give a little power for it. Go push the throttle, release your brakes. We're going to get a roll started, and now make sure your brakes work. Use your toes, just like that. Now I want to do the same with my side. I want you to get a little roll going for me. I'll make sure my brakes work. Okay, good here. Okay, now we're going to make sure our compass matches our magnetic compass. This right here, because this will preset. This is wrong after a while. It's showing about 50. We're going to push this in and turn it to 50. Turn it to the right. Oh, yeah, to the right. There's 60. There, ooh, 40, 50. There you go. Okay, I see. All right, good. Now we're going to taxi. The way we taxi, right hand on the throttle, left hand on the yoke. Use your feet to steer. So we want to go to the north. We want to turn right. So you'll feel me push the right rudder all the way to the floor. He knows how it's not really wanting to go to the right. So give it a little power. We want to get on the brake, right? Okay. Right rudder. Just let it start rolling. There you go. Hey, you better get out of the way. It'll be fine. Alright, now we're going to continue to press the right rudder. We're going to follow this yellow line. So right rolling forward, and if it's not wanting to turn a little bit, roll the pedal with your toes and you can use a little bit of brake. And now turn it the rest of the way. But you initially want to push the rudder first. Where are we going? Left. You see the runway 3416? We want to take off to the north, so go this way. And you don't want to be riding the brakes. You want to have your heels on the floor. And if you start getting going too fast, just reduce the power. Just like you would in your RC plane, just take that power out. Right rudder, right foot, there you go. Ooh, a little more right rudder. Hold that right rudder in. This plane wants to go to the left, so you gotta keep that right rudder in. And now go left. A little bit of right, there you go. That's better. Again, you don't really want to use the brake all the time. You want to try to use those rudders, okay? That's an air tractor about to land. You ever seen one of those? They'll haul like 2,000 pounds. I've never seen one this close. They have a massive, like, 1,000 horsepower engine on them. We're just using our feet. We're using our throttle. We're using our hand to control how fast we go. We're about to start going downhill now, so our speed's going to pick up. So ease that power out. Get back on the road. There you go. And now start slowly pressing with your toes. Just kind of curl, slow us down just a little bit. Almost clear there. Just over there. There you go. Now press your right foot a little harder. Now get the turns going. Get that right foot to the floor. There you go. Now you're good to go ahead and stop us here. Both toes on the brakes. Very well, there ain't a stop. There we go. Good. Okay, next we're going to check our engine. We're going to hold the brakes for me. Got the brakes held. Fuel's on both. We have a both indication right here on your fuel selector. We have a left and a right tank. We burn off both, so that's both. We're going to check our flight controls. Aileron is up on your left. Aileron is down on the right. Aileron is up on the right. Aileron's down on the left. We'll turn around. Elevator up, elevator down. Rudder right, rudder left. Good. Okay, mixture, best power, which means rich in our case. Primer in and locked forming. Make sure it's not going to pop out. Then we're going to throttle up to 1700. So go ahead and increase your power for me, all the way up to 1700 RPMs. Make sure you got those brakes held. Right about, get close, that's close enough. Alright, we have two magnetos, that's how the spark plugs get fire. So you see an L and an R out there? Yeah. Go 2 clicks to the left. There's a drop in RPMs, you see that, of -30? Yeah. That's good. Let's go back to both. 2 clicks to the right. You'll see an increase back to 17. Now 1 click to the left. You got a drop, -4, -60. Good. Let's go back to both. You see the RPMs go back up, 17, that's good. Now we're going to test our carburetor heat. That square knob, pull it out. You'll see a drop in RPMs. That's good. I'll push it back in. Alright, next on our checklist is vacuum, amps, and volts. The vacuum gauge is right here. The vacuum fires up these 2 gyroscopic instruments. We'll set that up there too. So this working because that's working. Wants us to check our amps. Amps is up far left on the bottom. It should be on 0 or kind of ticking to the positive side. Yeah. Good. Okay, oil pressure, oil temperature. You've already seen the oil pressure. Is that still good? Yep. Oil temperature good? Yep. Alright, good. So that passes. And now bring the engine to idle all the way out. So now we're ready for taking off, okay? We're going to pretty much just take off just like your RC plane. We got flaps up. Carburetor heat's in. Mixture is in, just like the checklist says. Our doors and windows are closed. Mine's locked. Yours is locked. Landing light on, we don't need it. Strobes, we don't need it because it's not night. It's 12:45, and we're going to go ahead and take off now. So, we're going to call the radio first, and you should be able to hear me. Shelby traffic, 80700, departing runway 34, Shelby County. Okay? Here we go. We lean up, final's clear, no one's landing, no one's taking off. Runway's clear. Alright, left hand on the ailerons, on the yoke, right hand on the power. Nice and easy. You just go and line us up on the runway. The next lesson is going to be a lot longer. Full right rudder. And then if you have to curl your toes, use the brake. But you want to initially, remember, use the rudder. Use your nose wheel. Okay, we're lined up. Smoothly apply full power. Continue to use your rudder to steer, okay? So smoothly apply full power. I'll go all the way in. Keep on going, there you go. You're good, keep pushing it in, you'll get that knob all the way in. All the way in, you're doing good. A little bit of right rudder, more power. Ready to get it all the way pressed in, you're good. There we go. Okay, go ahead and rotate. Gonna pull back. There we go. Just like that. Okay, so now, you want to keep your hand on the power just like you're doing. We see a little bit of ground off the nose, that's good. You can see our airspeed, we're going about 85 right now, that's very good. Okay. We got full power, we're keeping that nose kind of up. Now we don't want to see all sky. If it looks like this, you say you don't see the ground at all? Yeah. Off the nose, I mean. that means we're probably a little steep. So you want to see just a couple, I call it just a couple inches of ground over the nose. That's good. Okay, good. Once we get up to 1500, we'll turn. We'll turn what we call crosswind. Alright, now press in the right rudder for me and use right ailerons. We're going to go to the right now. Good. As we turn, just like you notice in the planes, if you turn steep, you got to pull back on the elevator too, right? Same as here. When you turn, you got to keep that nose up. Alright, now we're going to stop the turn. Left foot, left aileron. Just like that. You use the rudder with the ailerons, okay? I'll call traffic. We're on right crosswind. Shelby County traffic. Skyhawk 80700. Right cross 934. Shelby. Okay. This headset's aggravating. I never. Oh, there we go. I got to work there for a second. There we go. Alright, so what we're going to do here, you can still hear me, right? Yeah. We're just going to do some climbing, turning, and descending. Yeah, we got to try climbing, you just want, you just put it in full power, mixture in, and you pull back. Now, if you want to climb faster or slower, the steeper the gradient you climb, watch your airspeed. If we climb real steep, that airspeed will slow down. You see that?
6569 Juliet is Tascam for runway 34.
If you want to climb a little flatter, that airspeed will pick up. So we do use our pitch to control our airspeed. Because one thing you must always remember, we always climb with full power. Okay, we'll get up to about 3,000. So let's keep that nose up. Use your eyes. Want to pick the nose up. Right about there, good. Alright, there's 3,000. So, we're going to do two things. We're going to push the nose down, right there, and we're going to pull the power out. Use your tack, pull it out to about 2,200. Because just like on your planes, we don't run it wide open all the time. Ease that power out. Good. Okay. Now we need to adjust the trim, just like you do in your planes. Go ahead and let go. See what the plane does. It's holding pretty stable. If it wanted to climb, we'd do a little forward trim like you do in the plane. Just a little forward trim, that usually helps. Alright, let's turn to the right again. So right rudder, right foot, and right hands. Just like that. Good. Alright, you got it for about another 5-10 minutes. Just half up with it. Remember, as you turn, you gotta increase your elevator. There you go. Good. Let's go back to the left. The left foot. Oop. See that you don't see any ground? Don't push the nose down just a little bit. Good, right there. Hold it. And now come over to the left. Very good. I want you to try to keep us right around 3,000, okay? Good, so we got a left bank going here. Good, 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 good. Alright, show me a climb. We always put in full power and let that nose come up. Give it all she got. There you go. You just kind of slowly pull up. About 2 inches. That's it right there. That's a climb. Very good.
Bumpy today.
Huh?
Bumpy.
Say again?
Bumpy today.
Oh yeah, it is a little bumpy. That's good though. Very good. This headphone jack's annoying. Oh, there we go. Alright, so now I want to show you how to do a descent. Alright. I showed you that carburetor heat earlier.
Yeah.
We do that for pretty much prevent our carburetor from freezing. So pull the carburetor heat out. You good? It'll come out about 3 inches. Pull it on out. pull. There you go. Okay, now we're going to ease our power out. You look on your tank, I want you to pull it out to about 1700. We're going to reduce the power. And just like in airplanes, if you drop the power, your nose falls, right?
Right.
Same thing here. Now what we do is we use our pitch to control how steep we want to descend, okay? And we don't want it to descend very, very steep. We want to descend about 500 feet a minute, and so we're descending right at about 500 feet now. And so you drop the nose a little bit. I see more ground out here. That's good. If you were descending, say, 1,000, all you gotta do is pull up on the yoke about a couple of inches, and I'll show you that. Let's say, for instance, you just kind of messed up for a second, you let that nose get too steep. Something like this.
Yeah.
Just pull back on the yoke maybe 2 inches, right about there, and you just shallow up your ankle. That way you don't descend quite as fast.
Right.
Alright, let's go and return it back to cruise power. So carburetor heat in. We're done with the carburetor, we're about to put power back in. All the way in, very good. And now ease that power back up to about 22 to 23. There's 22, that's good right there. Good. Let's get a left turn.
Warrior 2 and X-ray is 10 miles, inbound, left shoulder.
Hey, remember, anytime you bank, you might have to pull up just a half an inch or an inch. Good. So what do you think so far?
I like it.
You do?
Yeah.
Is it easier than you thought it would be?
Yeah.
Yeah, the flying part is just like what you see with your planes. The aerodynamics are the same. The only thing different is you got all this to worry about now. And an RC plane, you just got the controller. Here you got to manage the engine, you got to do your checklist and procedures. So that's why I was saying the knowledge part is really a lot more. The flying part you're just fine at. A little bit of left aileron, level the wings back up. There you go. Good. Alright, you want to keep us right at 3,500. So we're just a little bit low, so it's kind of right there, good. Just like in your RC planes, you want to make very small adjustments in this plane. You know, if you're just a little low, just maybe move this yoke a half an inch or an inch, and that's all you got to do. Just very, very small adjustments. And now that you're at 3,500, what we do now is we use our eyes. Now, do you see the distance from the horizon to the cowling?
Yeah.
Is about 5 inches?
Yeah.
As long as you hold that sight picture, this will take care of itself. As long as you hold that distance the whole time, you will stay level. And that way you don't have to stare at that instrument the whole time. You use your eyes. That way you get to take in this beautiful view. Alright, we're going to get it set up for land now. We took off to the north, the wind's out of the north, so we have to land going to the north. And so we need to fly what we call a traffic pattern. What the traffic pattern does, it synchronizes all the aircraft in a pattern so there's not just chaos with everybody trying to land at once. And it allows the pilot, that's you, to get the plane set up for landing. It gives you a little bit extra time. So we're now what's called losing altitude. So let's go through our descent. Carpet out. Okay, power out. Pull it out. You want to reduce power, you want to get it below 2,000, so that's good. And make sure your mixture's in. So just verify that.
Just got your Warrior 2 and X-ray is 5 miles
there you go.
to the east, descending out of 3,000.
I want you to do a descending right turn, okay? So this is a descent, so we should see more ground, which that looks good. Let's look right here real quick. 500 feet, that's pretty close, that's around 1,000. So let's pull up maybe an inch. Just barely adjust the pitch, that's good. And now we're nowhere turned to the right because we're just leaning to the right, so that's good. Right here, you've probably done this in your plane. It's just a spiral. That's all we're doing. We're doing a spiral to lose altitude. So for now, you're actually doing it, you're not controlling it. Okay, see how the needle went down a little too much? So pull up maybe an inch, that's good right there. Hold it, good. Hold that pitch. Good, I want you to drop the nose just a little bit off to the right, right there's good. Hold that distance for me, okay? Let's keep turning to the right rudder, right aileron, right foot, there you go. Alright, your distance is a little great. Let's pull that nose up just a touch. Right there's good. Hold that distance now. That looks really good. I said right here we're just losing altitude. That's all we're doing. Suffolk County traffic, Skyhawk 80700. 2 miles to north, we'll be entering only 45 for the downwind 234, Shelby County. Alright, now go ahead and fly to the runway. The runway's right there at 12 o'clock. And I want you to keep losing altitude, so just go straight. And we're going to keep that nose down. Right there's good. That's all you got to make, just a small adjustment.
Figure out downwind. How far are you from the airport?
Shelby traffic, we are approximately a mile and a half. I think I have you in sight to my left. Looks like you're about 2,500.
Hey, pretty good eye. Demo. I'll break off to the left, give you plenty of ramp.
I got you in sight. You can go ahead and continue to turn right and fall right behind us. It's no problem.
Hey, problem.
Alright, now go ahead and start flying to the runway for me. We don't want to fly down the runway. We want to fly kind of to the side of it, okay? So go ahead and start your turn. Left rudder, left aileron. We want to fly parallel with it, just kind of right over that train track. You see that level?
Diamond Star 313 Alpha Foxtrot is taxiing runway 34 for departure to the southeast.
This is what we call downwind. Suffolk County traffic, Skyhawk 807, established on the downwind, parallel to 16. For runway 34, Shelby.
Shelby County traffic, Warrior 21 X-ray is going to stand it downwind and turn back on base 34 will be a full stop, Shelby. Big number 2.
I'm going to pull the nose up. We want you to, we're going to stop descending and we'll fly level. Right there's level, right there. Right there's good. That guy, I don't know if you heard him, he thinks he's on downwind, but he's not. I don't even know what he's doing. Okay.
602 Kilo Papa, taxiing to the approach end of runway 16 departing.
Alright, so we got to get the plane set up to land. You already got half of it done. Carburetor heat out, power out, mixture in. Now give me 10 degrees of flaps. Switch down, wait for it, wait for it, wait for it, right there. Good. Hold that nose down, very good. Okay, we see the runway beside us. Now once those numbers touch the tail back there, that's when we turn. So look at the runway, right about here, okay? Let's do right rudder, right aileron. Alright, pull that nose up just a little bit, there's too much ground. Right there's good. Okay, wings level. Give me another 10 degrees. You want to stop on 20. I push that nose down. I want to see more ground. More ground, more ground, more ground, more ground. There you go. We're perpendicular to the runway. That's good. Just keep this going straight out.
The active for departure, see the aircraft on final, be departing to the southeast.
Give me full flaps now. Just leave the switch down.
Shelby County traffic, Charlie 759 November 11. We're 12 miles to the south. We're inbound on the 34.
Now put your hand right here.
Approach.
We're a little fast. Let's pull that power out. Pull the power out.
Shelby County traffic, Warrior 2 X-ray.
We're running
final 34 full stop.
We're going to aim for those numbers. The way we aim for it, put the nose about that far below the numbers, okay?
234, Shelby.
That makes sense?
Yeah.
Just keep that nose below the number. You're doing good. I'm going to put my hand right here, and I want to help you. But I want you to keep your hand there. I want you to feel what I'm doing. So we're coming down, losing altitude. Okay, now right about here, is that power to idle? All the way out, there you go. We're going to pull back just a little bit. Right here, we're just letting the plane settle, okay? We're letting it settle. As it settles, we pull back on the other end.
Shelby County traffic, 759.
We hold that nose up, just like that. And then the nose will slowly settle.
Approach for runway 34.
Just like that. Once the nose sets on the ground, that's it. And we'll exit just right here. That nose will rattling. It's out of balance. Remember, the toes of the brakes are just nice and easy, not hard. Don't stop off, slow down first, and now we'll turn. Chevy traffic Scout 070 is clear, active at Alpha 4, Chevy. Good. We'll cross the line. Alright, come to a full stop for me. Nice and easy. And we'll get the checklist out. We'll do our after landing. Flaps up. So get your flaps up for me. Just leave the switch up like that. Now get it. Carburetor heat off. Square knob goes in. Strobes off. We never turn them on. Landing light off. We never turn them on. Tax slide. Nope. Period. No. Okay. Mixture as required. Let's give it a little bit of power. Let's get up to 1,000. That's close enough. I'll let you lean it this time. You're gonna grab, push the button, ease it out. When it starts to, gotta push the button first. Just like that. You're doing great. Wait right there. Now push it back in. Catch it right there. Leave the mixture right there. Trim for takeoff. Okay, you'll see on your leg right here. There's a mark. You see it? You want to slide that indicator to the mark, and that should be pretty close.
Shelby County Traffic 759.
That's it. That's taxi.
Extended final coming down the RNF 34. Touch and go.
You're going to go that way, to the right. We're going to go back to the ramp. Get a little faster, just ease that throttle out. There you go, that's all you gotta do. Alright, we're gonna turn at this next one, so it's gonna use our toes to slowly slow us down a little bit. Slow us down a little more, a little more, a little more. There we go. Left foot goes in. Left, make sure you get the rudder. There you go. And now we're gonna go back to the right here in just a second, so go straight for me. Okay, now right foot goes in. Use the brake if you need to. If you don't, then don't use it. On turn, you might use a little bit of brake here. That's good. Okay, we want to do it the easiest way possible. So we're going to go straight here. And now we're about to do a complete 90-degree turn. We're just going to back into the spot, okay? Point your nose to the building. Keep on turning us, keep on turning us. Right there, okay, bring us to a full stop now. Okay, now we gotta shut down the engine. Way we do that. ESP silent, and it is. Avionics off.
Mixture full in. So mixture comes all the way out. That's gonna shut the engine down. Mags off, that's the keys. Put them up here. And then master off. That's the 2 red switches. That's it. Okay. You alright? You hot or just nervous?
Both.
Both?
I didn't know it would be so hot and humid.
Alright, so now we're going to get out, get all our stuff out of here. We'll write down the new time. We'll roll her back, tie her down, and then we're out of here. We'll go inside and we'll do some paperwork.
Alright. Get out of here. Okay. It was hot in here and she took her jacket off and it's hot.
Hey, you got these air vents right here. That's right. The one I opened right here, you got one on your side.
Could have used that.